amount of people that go missing inside of national forests every year. These are huge swaths of forest that go on for thousands of miles. It's not unheard of for people to go out and to never return. This is Campfire Scare. Here on this channel we talk about the dark, the mysterious, the missing people, the 411. If you're into dark and creepy stories, this is the channel for you. There's something that just intrigues me about the forest, what might lurk around the woods, just the supernatural, anything that's just dark and creepy, just intrigues me overall. I'm a hiker. I go hiking alone all the time, and I know firsthand just how creepy some things can get. If you want to hear more content, please subscribe and squeeze that like button till it turns blue. Out of the hundreds of people that go missing every year, some go missing under very strange circumstances. You could be looking at someone 1 minute, look away, and turn back, and they are gone without a trace. Today I want to talk about Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy gone missing in the Smoky Mountains. So let's just hop right into this. So it was Father's Day weekend, 1969. Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy, his brother, his father, and his grandfather headed out camping. This was a traditional camp. They did this every year, same location, same spot. When they went out the first night, completely normal. They set up camp, they enjoyed their night. The second day, a camper just happened to be walking by, noticed the boys, noticed that the boys were around the same age as his kids. So he went up to the father and he asked, "Hey, is it all right, if our kids play together?" And of course, Dennis's father said, "Yeah, sure." So the camper goes back, grabs his boys, come back, and it's not long after this the boys are playing hide and go seek. And Dennis's father keeps a watchful eye on his kid, always looking at him, knows where he's at any given time. He's a 6-year-old boy, so it's not uncommon for a father to be keeping a close eye on their child. Not long after they're playing hide and go seek, they're hiding from the parents, and the father calls out, "All right, kids, time to show yourself." So one by one, they start showing themselves. However, the tree that Dennis's father watched him go behind knew exactly where his son was. So he said, "Hey, Dennis, time to come out." And there was just no response. So Dennis's father kept saying, "Dennis, time to come out, time to come out." And he's slowly walking over to this tree. By the time that he gets over to the tree, he notices Dennis is just not there. So the father quickly books it in the forest, and he ran for about 2 miles. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Not a trace, not a shoe, not a piece of clothes, not a footprint, nothing. So the father rushes back, gets the family together. The family starts spreading out, searching, and he couldn't have gone far because the father knew exactly what tree his son went behind. So not long, the family spreads out. They're searching. They can't find Dennis. So not long after that, they come back, they regroup. They go tell the park ranger, and they mounted a search and rescue. And I'm talking about 1,500 people looking for this one boy. So the search and rescue is mounted, and they combed about 60 square miles. And this is like huge, the big search area, a lot of people. And they didn't find anything. No clothing, no shoes, no sign of Dennis anywhere. So they go back to the father and they're like, "Hey man, you gotta tell us what exactly happened." And all the father could say is, "I saw him. He was right behind this tree. We were all watching. They were all playing hide and go seek. I called for him and he was just gone." So years later, a detective puts together this 2 stories, and it's of the Key family. They're camping in the same place, 1969 Father's Day weekend, and they go up to the park ranger and they ask him, hey man, we want to see some bears, we want to take some pictures of some bears, can you recommend anywhere? And the ranger's like, okay, well, if you go down this trail, you come out to this clearing, and more than likely you'll see a bear. So the Key family takes off. They get to this place and they look way up on the hillside. It's fairly sparsely populated with trees, so there's lots of room in between each tree, so you can kind of see quite a bit of the mountain. And they see something, and it looks like a bear. It's got something slung over its back shoulder about the size of a young boy, and it's just not normal the way they saw this thing moving. It was running on its back legs, and it's just running across the hill and dips out of sight and is never seen again. So they go back to the park ranger. They tell him exactly what they saw. Looks like a bear running on its 2 back legs with a boy over its shoulder. And the park ranger is quick to dismiss this because he's like, there's no way, it's not possible, something like that can't run on its back legs that fast. And it wasn't until a detective kind of put 2 and 2 together, but ever since then, Dennis was never seen again.